Hey guys, Joe DeMarco from the Crazy New York Driver Show for Friday, December 2nd, 2022. Welcome to another eBay video. Today we're going to be discussing some interesting eBay topics, including a call that I received from eBay promoting Web Interpret. We're also going to discuss yet another unwarranted negative feedback. We're going to also discuss a very interesting deadbeat bidder. Something that hasn't happened to me before, but it's very interesting. And I want to also touch on Cyber Monday and Black Friday, as well as your comments, questions, and concerns from last week's video. As you can see, it is totally cloudy. We haven't had a sunny day since last Saturday, but they're saying to expect some peaks of sun, so you never know. Let's go inside and let's get started. Alright guys, let's get right into it. It's kind of dark outside, so I sure hope you can see me clearly. I want to start out by reading your comments, questions, and concerns from last week's video. Danky the Clown wrote, I usually never comment, but I've been watching you for a long time. Thank you for your videos. Today I had a first. Someone created an account today to make an offer on my item. I accepted the offer because, let's face it, Christmas is approaching and I have a family. And this was a great offer. Then this idiot decided to message me, basically laughing at me, telling me no one would ever pay that amount for my item. The amount of time that person spent to belittle me and basically ruin my day blew my mind. Anyways, thank you again for your dedication to creating your videos. I look forward to Fridays because of you. Peace. Danky the Clown brought up a good comment. Anybody can create a fake eBay account with impunity and no repercussions because there is no account validation. I know it's hard to believe, guys, but I'm sure all of you guys trust me. You may not agree with everything I say, and that's fine, but you do know that I'm a straight shooter and I love selling on eBay, and when I come across something that's wrong or I feel hurts sellers, I'm talking about it. And this business of all these fake accounts out there, it sucks. All right? Usually they're easy to spot. Danky the Clown, I got to tell you something. And I'm not knocking you, I'm just telling you this is me. If someone sends me an offer right now of $90 on a $100 item and they have zero feedback and that account was created today, that's an automatic decline. I never, ever accept a best offer from someone with zero feedback. And I mean that. I give you my word. Now, if they want to then pay the full price, the $100, that's fine. I'll sell to them. I don't mind it. But I'm not taking their word because people with zero feedback that create these fake accounts just don't pay. All right? Sometimes if a person has an account that has no activity for the last year, but it has 5 or 6 feedbacks, and they're offering money on a dog item, sometimes I'll take a chance with them, only because if the item's off the shelf for 4 days, who cares? It's a dog item and nobody else wants it anyway. So Danky, please, for Christ's sake, there's an old saying, if it seems too good to be true, it usually is. All right? If somebody with zero feedback and a brand new account sends you a really good best offer, don't take it. All right? All right, next one. You may remember a couple of days ago, I uploaded a video showing a person who had what I'm going to refer to as a scam listing. He was offering his items for a penny, but in the description said he wanted $30 each, which is against eBay rules. It's a big no-no. Several comments to read on that one. Dennis Copper 407 wrote, Joe, that bad seller knows exactly what they're doing, and when they get caught, then they change the listing. The Grateful Hippie wrote, looks like this seller came over from Craigslist. I don't think this person knows how to put a reserve price on their item. Rex7 II wrote, As a buyer, I see this all the time. They will show 4 phones, 4 cassette tapes, or 4 of something else. But you have to open the description just to see that it's only one of them. I think they know exactly what they're doing most of the time. The site should have cracked down on this behavior a long time ago. If a person has more than one of the item available, they can easily set this in the quantity number of the items available on the page. There's absolutely no reason whatsoever to show more than one of them in the picture if they're only selling one for the stated price. So right. So freaking right. I had a few people write in on that particular video. Excuse me while I take a sip of hot coffee on this freezing cold day. A few people wrote in and said, or alluded to the fact that they said I should contact this seller and tell him he's doing it wrong. I'm not contacting anybody. What I am doing is I'm making money. I'm too busy making money to go out there and chase down all these bad sellers, all right? I don't have the time nor the interest. It doesn't make me money. I don't mind helping you guys out because you guys are all good sellers. But I will say big thumbs up to somebody, probably more than one of you guys who contacted that bad seller and told him he was doing it wrong. He then changed the price to $30, but he didn't change the quantity. And he still has the picture with the 4 alloy wheel caps uploaded. The item never sold. He relisted it the same way. It says $30, and then in the bottom it says $30 each. Still not right, but I'm not worried because he's way overpriced, okay? When people come in here for that particular part, I charge $20 to $25. He's asking $30 plus shipping, so I'm not worried about it now, but the way it was the other day when I showed you, I was worried because some innocent buyer could easily get stung, thinking they're getting them from a penny, and then once they get stung once, they may not want to buy on eBay anymore. Also, on that same video, there was a really interesting thread that I really wanted to share with you guys, but it got deleted. I checked, I guess it was last night when I was making these notations. There was a thread that was started by one of my longtime subscribers, Mr. Bing. And he stated, and I'm paraphrasing, he said something like, "Joe, calm down already. The guy has changed the price on the listing." By that time he had, because it had been an hour or two afterwards. And several of you good people wrote and said, "Why are you so concerned? Why are you so angry that Joe is calling this guy out? Maybe you're the seller." It was funny. It was really a really funny thread. But I guess it was Bing himself deleted his comment, and that wiped the whole thread out. But it was funny, it was raucous, and I wish I saved it. Let's get on to some other comments from you guys. Metals0999 wrote about cases. "Joe, you can open an item not as described case immediately after purchasing an item, but you have to wait, I think it's for 5 days from memory, to leave a negative from the time of purchase. Why eBay doesn't make them both 5 days is bewildering. It's unbelievable how you can open more than one case, even when the item hasn't even been shipped yet. So many loopholes in eBay's return system. I don't think they're going to address it. And in one of the comments I'm going to read, I think you'll know why. And here it comes now. It's from T-Town Trekker 5174. "Joe, I honestly don't think eBay even does their own programming on the platform anymore. I think it's contracted out to someone in India, and that's exactly why all these errors occur and problems take years, literally years, to get fixed. I think they've laid off and lost so much institutional knowledge that they don't catch the errors launch. It's now a shell of what it once was." I'm going to address T-Town Trekker's comment when I talk about the call I received the other day from eBay. We'll get to that. Okay, Kathy Holloway 722 wrote, "Joe, you are right. A negative feedback is not good. You're right in the way you handle the situation. Kathy is referring to the fact that a few weeks ago, I gave a buyer back his money in order to get a negative feedback removed. Basically, I paid ransom. I did, and I admit that. And I just before starting to film, just called eBay and got another negative feedback removed. While I'm on the topic of negative feedback, let me tell you what happened. I had a listing for some items that were blemished, dented, in beater condition. And I swear on my life, you know me, I'm very forthcoming in my listings. I even had the word beater in the title, beat up in the description, dented, pictures of the dents. The buyer leaves me negative feedback without contacting me and says the hubcaps were dented. Duh! All right? I saw this last night. So I waited till today, till after lunchtime, after 12, called eBay concierge, got a nice lady on the phone, showed her the comment that he left, and I showed her the listing where I clearly described everything, and she said, this is really something. She says, some of these people just don't read, and she removed it like that, no problems, that was great. But I also told her I'm concerned. I said, I've been on eBay almost 24 years. And this last year and a half has been tough with customers, with their nasty attitude, with them leaving unwarranted negative feedbacks, opening cases. Not only did she agree with me, she was quite candid, and she said that she's been hearing this from other sellers. So, in recent comments, some of you guys said you feel a negative feedback does not hurt your account. You are wrong. You are wrong. Let me read some more comments because I don't want to spend too much time on any one topic yet. Dennis Copper 407 wrote, in the past, when a buyer asked to change their address on eBay, in the message system, it was okay to do. eBay has evidence that the buyer wanted to change. However, today, since eBay's on autopilot, I'm not sure if that will fly. Remember, the buyer is supposed to have a valid current address at all times. Today, I would cancel the order and block the bad buyer. I only want to deal with people that keep their addresses updated. This tells me they're alert. Dennis is right. A buyer requirement is that you always have a valid address, phone number, and email associated with your account. In the past, I did change addresses when I was asked to. I've never had a problem, but this last year I have had a problem because every time I try and do it, I get an error message from eBay, so I can't, so I have to cancel the sale. I just canceled another one a few days ago, and the buyer got a little lippy with me over it, even though they have the wrong address. Go figure, man. 579-7029, Mike wrote, the Mercedes taillight dispute continues. After taking the advice from eBay to do nothing, I was once again forced to do something. On Sunday, I received another dispute that piggybacked on the first one, that was I didn't receive my item. As I picked up this latest dispute, I was confused. I angrily read, I didn't receive my, oh no, another one? Same dispute number. My uploaded picture was still there, so I chose to challenge the not received claim again, since my tracking confirmation was already filled in. Then I looked at the details again. On the next line below, I didn't receive it, said the word refund. This time he messaged me. I said, okay, since I have a return item, I will refund you. I also gave him a piece of my mind how he screwed up a simple return. Problem. I was blocked by eBay from issuing a refund. After the dispute closes out, I could refund him. Today, Friday the 25th at 6:45 p.m., another dispute from the same case. This is the third one. This time the reason was not as described. I just clicked on refund this time. Hopefully, this is the end of this fiasco. Now, Dennis Copper, 407, replied to Mike's comment that I just read. And Dennis wrote, "What the hell is going on? How many complaints can a bad buyer open on eBay about the same transaction? I bet eBay knows the number. Care to guess?" I think it's sad that any bad buyer can open not one, not two, but at least 3 cases against you for the same item, even if you win the case the first time around. This happened to me years ago. Not lately, but it happened to me years ago. The bad buyer Mike had did everything wrong, not the least of which was sending the item back and circumventing the eBay return system, a big no-no. Man, I can understand, Mike, why you'd be upset about this. I would be too. 3 cases for 1 item is wrong. Why can't we get 1 or 2 experienced programmers, code slingers, go in there and revamp the eBay return system and close all these loopholes? I'm sure it's happening to a lot more people than Mike. Come on. Caleb Bay 8372 wrote, "I'm at 98.8% and get a new negative about once a month. I have nearly 20. I don't request removal. I can tell you negative feedback has 0 impact on sales. People don't read the listing half the time and nobody reads the feedback." Also, in conjunction with his comment, Victorian Sculptures wrote, "I doubt leaving positive negative feedback does anything. People aren't going to read back 6 pages, and after a time the feedback reverts back to 100%. And so many don't bother even reading the feedback." I gotta tell you, I disagree with both you guys, and I'll tell you why. As far as reading the feedback is concerned, Cute Joey reads the feedback of every single person that sends him a best offer. I give you my word. Someone sends me a best offer, okay, right now. I don't care what their feedback is. It could be 10,000. I'm clicking on that. I want to see what happened the last month. Now, it's true I'm not going to go back 6 pages. Absolutely not. I go back 1 page only. If in the last 6 months I don't see anything that says buyer never paid or anything negative like that, then we're on. We got us a ball game. But if I see even 1 buyer never paid, I am declining the offer. So I give you my word that Cute Joey always checks the feedback when someone sends him a best offer, okay? And as far as the negative feedback is concerned, it definitely affects the algorithm. You can say no, you can say it doesn't hurt your sales, you can say it's freaking sunny out and 95 degrees, but it's not, okay? Joe knows. You know that I always have my ear to the pulse of eBay and I know what's going on, all right? If you get an unfair, now I'm not saying if you get a legit feedback, then that's on you. But if you get an unfair one, always try and get it removed. As I said, I just got off the phone with eBay, got another unfair one removed. So eBay Concierge for the win. Now we're going to talk about some new topics. The first topic is Web Interpret. Did any of you guys get a call from eBay in the last week or 2 promoting a service called Web Interpret? I got a call here the other day, and the caller ID said eBay, which is not unusual. But when I started talking to the person, it was a Filipino accent coming from the Philippines. So that kind of made me wonder. I said, why is Concierge member Joe getting a call from the Philippines? And I believe, and I guess this is conjecture on my part, I believe it was a service, a contract service, to promote Web Interpret. They're running a special now for some sellers where you get 2 months free of their service if you enter in and take advantage of the deal and sign up. I have not done that. I was a little bit concerned whether I should even take advantage of the offer. Be right back. So I went into one of the Facebook groups and I posed the question about WebInterpret. I asked basically the members, yes or no, do you think I should take advantage of this trial offer? And this is one of the rare times that everybody was in 100% agreement. And everybody replied with the word no. If any of you guys have any information about WebInterpret, any experience, please put it in the comment section. At this point, I am not planning on enrolling in that offer. But if any of you guys have anything to say about it, please share it with us. Deadbeat bidder of the week. I had at least 7 non-paying bidders this week, but there's one I just have to address. All right? This is probably the first time this has ever happened to me. Okay. Since most of you guys do not know all that much about cars, I'm going to use sweaters as an example, okay? I have 2 sweaters listed. I have a black sweater and I have a white sweater. Obviously, they're different colors. They're the same size. They both fit medium, okay? Black sweater, white sweater, okay? Different colors, same size, slightly different styles, but they'll fit the same size person. All right, so a guy sends me a best offer of $40 for the black sweater. It's a dog item. I was asking $60 for it. I accept his offer of $40 and I sent him an invoice. 1 day goes by, nothing. 2 days go by, nothing. 3 days go by, nothing. His feedback is good. I don't see any reverse positives. But it got to be 3 days. At the end of the 3rd day, what do you think this guy does? Does anybody want to guess? Instead of paying, he sends me a best offer of $40 for the white sweater. What does that tell you? It tells me there's no chance in hell of him paying for the black sweater he already committed to buy. What did I do? I declined his 2nd offer and I blocked him. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. The next day came, the case closed out. He never paid for the first sweater that he committed to. I don't think I've ever had that happen before. But when I got that 2nd offer, I knew I was screwed. Unbelievable. It's pretty bad with deadbeat bidders on eBay. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It really is. Next topic, I want to talk a little bit about Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Anytime the media hypes a certain holiday, I always find it to have a negative impact on sales. And this particular Black Friday that just passed, I set new record lows. I've been selling here in my brick and mortar store for 28 years and on eBay for almost 24. I have never had such a slow Black Friday as I've had this year, both places. Horrible. Absolutely disgusting. It was so bad that I thought maybe it was just me, but I went onto Facebook and I made a post about it. I think 100% of the people agreed with me. It was much slower than usual on eBay for them, and those who have brick and mortar stores also were suffering. I have never seen such a disgustingly slow Black Friday as that one that just passed. Drop kick that crap into history, good riddance. Cyber Monday, another overrated day in my opinion. I have never done well on Cyber Monday. My first sale, Cyber Monday, was at 6 o'clock p.m. That never happens. I never go a whole day without making an eBay sale. I did on Monday, but I think from 6 o'clock p.m. to about maybe 10 o'clock p.m., several sales rolled in, but still, when the smoke cleared, Cyber Monday was a lot slower than my average Monday, which is usually pretty good. So that was a big disappointment. Time and time again, I've told you guys, I disdain all holidays. They're nothing but misery and headache for me. And hopefully this is just part of the reason now you understand why. Sales this week in general were good, with the exception, okay, of course, of Black Friday. But Black Friday was kind of last week. And I didn't get to report it to you last week because I made my video Friday morning. And I had to wait for the day to eclipse before I could see what was going on. So yeah, I think I've kept you guys long enough today. Please comment on any of the topics I've discussed or any eBay topics of your own that you'd like to discuss. Please keep in mind that I'm Crazy New York Driver and you're not. Thank you for watching this video. Every Friday I make these videos to help you stay successful as an eBay seller. If you think I'm doing a good job, please leave me a thumbs up. It tells me I'm on point and appreciated. If you don't think I did a good job, tell me in the comment section what you want me to hit up, and I'll be glad to try and hit it up next week. Guys, I hope you make a ton of money on eBay this week. Rock on and peace! A peak of sun shining through. Whoever thought we would see it here?